Have you ever wondered what's your superpower as an educator? No, like for real, like that is like what do you contribute to the education field, to the child's life, to your team, to your building? And the reason why I'm asking this, friend, is because I have come into a point in my career where I'm asking myself these questions. I see it all the time. I see the teachers in the building who have to always organize stuff, right? They always organize the faculty meetings, the outings, that go-to person. Then you also have the teacher who been there for 100 years, so they know everybody in the district. They know the ins and out of the building. They know when, what's been broken, what's been fixed. They know 50 principles. They just like the go-to, right? You have the teacher who's the fuzzy wuzzy teacher, who's like the kids love and they can talk to, and they dress up for every holiday, for every spirit week. And I'm not none of those teachers, friend. I'm not any of those teachers. Friend, I am Miss D. This is your Teacher Friend podcast, and I have built a platform and a podcast where I keep it real with you as a viewer, as my friend. Forget a viewer, as my friend. I am developing and I'm trying to build community through education, and I've built a platform, a podcast platform, and where we can talk and discuss. In today's discussion, episode 2, what are your superpowers? Right. So listen, friend, I'm not fuzzy wuzzy. I don't want to dress up every Halloween, every Christmas, every school spirit. Like it was this year that I've actually attempted to come up out my shell. And that caused me to do some reflection. Like, why don't I ever want to do it? Am I ready to go? Yes. I'm ready to go home. I'm tired. Am I trying to be, the big tough teacher? No, I'm not. I promise you I'm not. I promise you I'm not trying to be the big tough teacher that give people problems. I'm actually really, really nice. I'm actually really, really fun. I'm actually a whole vibe, if you get to know me, if I allow you to get to know me. So with that being said, I'm questioning myself this summer. What do I have to contribute? So it starts in Georgia, right? I get a job in Georgia my first year of graduating college. I go through the things and I meet an extremely awesome person, Miss Lightfoot. Miss Lightfoot is a angel on earth. She's my big sister. She's my confidant. She's my mentor, period, point blank. And she's so fun. She's so spontaneous. She just have that aura about her that people love. She does dress up for every Halloween, teen spirit, teacher spirit week, whatever. Her scores are high, right? So the kids are doing something in the classroom. She's won multiple Teacher of the Year awards, which to me, I never really aspired to do. I don't know if she aspired to do it, but she got it, right? She's the type of person where you will want on her team. You will want on your team, I'm sorry. And she scooped me up, newcomer. I was fresh out of the box. And she helped guide me by mentoring me. Not even on some, this is how you do it. She was just showing me, nope, you don't do that, you do this. Oh, instead of doing that, how about doing this? And I was open. I was willing to learn because I didn't know any better. I'm in a new state by myself. It was just me, new career, new me, like brand new life. And I give her her flowers to this day, because having a teacher friend like that and the other teachers that I met on my path also really helped mold me to be the person that I am today. In fact, now that I think about it, sidebar, one of the teachers told me when I was doing like subbing before I graduated, I was subbing at a school near where I live now, And the kids was calling me by my first name. And she was telling me, she was like, don't have these kids to ever call you by your first name. No, you don't do that. And that always stuck with me. So never have I ever have these, and these kids now, they've found my Instagram and stuff like that, which I put private because whatever. So yeah, so met her, and she's this awesome teacher, and I'm taking stuff from her. I'm absorbing, because I don't know any better. I have family members who are teachers, and I've learned from them by watching and, being a niece to some educators in my family, but this was different. So upon exiting, because I only was down there for a few years, one of my assistant principals asked me, like, do you think you can be like Miss Lightfoot? And as a knee-jerk reaction, I'm like, yeah, I can be like Miss Lightfoot. Yeah, I can, of course. Maybe in that moment, I don't know. Like I said, it was a knee-jerk reaction. And as I gotten older and got more experience in the classroom, I'm nothing like her. No, because Miss Lightfoot is Miss Lightfoot, and I'm Miss Dandridge. I'm me. Now, we have the same personalities. It's some of the things that I've learned as a first-year teacher, I can appreciate now as a 10th year teacher, is to be able to kind of like put my guard down when it comes to kids. When I came into the classroom, I came with my mother rules and regulations of how adult-kid interaction is supposed to be. And as I've grown as a teacher, those ideologies changed. And my guard has went down completely when it comes to the relationship between child and adult, because I'm not their parent per se. I'm their teacher, and kids are humans too, right? So that's what I'm processing too. And that's what I've noticed. Like, oh, wait, okay, because my mama said, no, right? Okay, cool. So I moved from Georgia. I get a charter job, and I meet another awesome person, right? And this is after I quit for a while. I came back and meet an awesome person, 5 foot, blonde hair, short blonde hair, full of life, Miss Bain. She was awesome. Miss Bain would be at my door. Dandridge, what we about to eat for lunch? Dandridge, Dandridge, what you doing for math? Dandridge, And it was like, Miss Bain, give me some space. But I liked it because Miss Bain was loyal. Miss Bain was old school. When you spoke, when she spoke to you, you speak back. The things that I was brought up with, the structure and the mentality she held, but it wasn't like rah-rah. It was one of those things to where it's like, it reminded me of the old school teachers that I grew up with, right? She was fun. She was full of life. She was kind of in your face, and she made me do things that I wanted to do, but was trying to put up a front that I didn't want to do. Like, I didn't want to go to lunch with you, Miss Bain. It was fun, right? It was fun kicking it, talking, and just being with somebody to vibe with. And now that I don't have it, I can really appreciate it now, right? So, and I'm still kind of like going through the process to think, well, what's my superpower? Miss Bain, she's loyal, she's old school, she's this, she's that. Everybody call her Miss Bain because Miss Bain, no, she's been with the company for over 20 years. She know the parents, the kids. She has that energy about her. And I'm sitting up here like, okay, personally, I'm like that, but as an educator, can I be more like that? Do I lose control if I'm a little bit more loose with my expectations? And I'm not like Major Pain, like drop down and give me 50 control. I'm more like structured, like, come on, guys. My process and procedures. Come in, sit down, let's go to work. We're going to have some fun today. I'm doing positive affirmations. We're listening to some music. That's the type of teacher I am. We can have fun, but before we go ahead and party, we going to go ahead and study first. And that's one of the mottos that I've always told my kids, like, listen, let's get this work done, and then cool, go on your laptops and you can have your free, you can have your little free choice. Like, you can have your squishy. Certain things that I've noticed as I've grown as an educator, I've let down a lot. In the beginning, you couldn't tell Miss D nothing. I was like, no, 20 spelling words plus plus math plus ELA. And it's like, okay, no, lady, this kid has an IEP. They can't even do half of the work year assignment. I didn't know. So again, as I am developing as an educator, I am still like trying to figure it out. And this is to my new teachers. Heck, this could be to my 3, 5, 15-year teachers, and I know if I've been doing this for 10 years, somebody who's been doing it for 11 years, I feel as though if you really love and believe in your craft as a teacher, everybody take a pause at some point and do some self-reflection, especially at the beginning of the school year. How can I make this school year better than the next one? Right? Last school semester, I was doing the Spirit Week stuff. Prior to that, I wasn't. And it wasn't because my school was doing it, like other teachers was doing it. I did it because I wanted to. I'm not the type of person that when everybody's over there having a good time, I'm going to go, hey guys. That's not me. I like to sit in the corner, kind of scope the scene, talk to a little couple people, mingle here and there. I'm not that type of person. And maybe that is a superpower. Maybe I am the type of person that can be observant enough to know that, such and such is kind of weird and to stay away from them, or such and such is kind of cool, so I can't, open up to them. I don't know. So as I'm sitting here, friend, I want us to be able to walk away from this podcast better, right? I'm still kind of processing my superpower, but if you have yours, go ahead and put it in the comments. What's your superpower? So as I'm sitting here and I'm thinking out loud, like, dang, I want to be better. Who am I? To myself, to these kids, to this building, to this team? How can I become better? Because everybody has their superpowers. What's mine? I've been told many a times, won awards. Oh, the most person with the process and procedures. I love it. I get it. Thank you. But I have so much more to give. And it's maybe I have to put down some of my insecurities, and that's just me being honest, friend. And I had this conversation not too long ago with my principal when I was telling her, like, I am actually a vibe, right? When I come to work, I get into work mode, and I'm like beelining from, the class to the lunchroom to, because I'm like focused, because as a teacher, our brain never stops. But at the same time, I guess I can loosen up a little bit more, let a few more people in. And she was kind of giving me feedback, like, my classroom is what she likes, like what she would want other classroom to look like. And she would love to have people to come in to kind of see me work. But at the same time, it's just like, why are you in my classroom? This is my room, my space, my queendom. So no, I don't know. So that's what I'm thinking about, like, incorporating this year, just being more open. Because if I really sit and think about it, and I have friends, I come to work early, not because I want to. Not because I have to, because I want to, because I like the quietness of the school. I stay late because I like to execute and I like to get things done ahead. I care about my kids' well-being. I make good phone calls, and I make some growth phone calls also. But I'm not here to attack my kids. I want to see each and every kiddo that I teach grow. Heck, I don't even have to teach them. I want any kiddo in my life that I know or don't know or see or not see or whatever. I want them to be able to grow in some sort. And I want to be a contributor to that. And that's what I need to be able to focus on, I guess. I'm learning to adapt while still being myself. I don't want to be in a room where I have to change. I don't want to change. I want to be able to be me and be appreciated for that. A lot of people want to change. I'm not that type of person. Never have been. Don't see the purpose in that. Separate some of my preconceived notions. Open up a little bit. Getting out my comfort zone. And that was this year when I was able to get out of my comfort zone. I hold my kids accountable. That's the superpower of mine. All that old babying and coddling, I don't, I'm gonna go on with that. I don't got time for that. I get that from my mother. Ooh. I'm structured. I'm strict, but I'm fair and I'm fun. I'm a fun teacher. Not too fun where you think we kind of like friends fun, but fun enough to know that you're safe. We're going to learn something and we're going to have a good day. Positive minded, optimistic. So, I don't know, friend. I feel like I was rambling, but it is what it is. Thank you for tapping on the screen as far as subscribing. I watch too much TikTok. This is unscripted. I watch too much TikTok talking about tapping on the screen. I'm not live. Thank you for subscribing, being my friend, teachers. Drop down your superpower. Let's learn from each other. Teach me something, friend. Talk to me. All right, this is Miss D, your teacher friend. I'm here whenever. I'm building the communities through education. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.